The topic of our lecture is classification of air pollutants. Air pollutants can be classified in different manners according, and we know that the variety of matter emitted into the atmosphere, both by natural sources and anthropogenic sources. Anthropogenic means human sources. They are so diverse in nature that it is difficult to classify air pollutants in a compact manner. However, air pollutants have been classified in different ways, and first of the method according to which air pollutants are classified is according to their origin. Now, according to the origin, air pollutants are classified into two types: primary pollutants and secondary pollutants. Now, primary pollutants are those pollutants which are directly emitted from the sources into the atmosphere. Uh, for, for example, the typical pollutants which come under this category are the first and most important inorganic gases, such as sulfur dioxide, different oxides of nitrogen, hydrogen sulfide, carbon monoxide, ammonia, carbon dioxide, and hydrofluoric acid. The second type of pollutant in this category of primary pollutants are the particulate matter. This particulate matter like ash, smoke, dust, fumes, mist, spray. Most of these particulate matter comes from power plants. The third type of primary pollutants are olefinic and aromatic hydrocarbons. And the last type of primary pollutants are the radioactive compounds. Naturally, they come from nuclear power plants. Now, second are the secondary pollutants. Secondary pollutants are those pollutants which are derived from the primary pollutants. That is, the source of secondary pollutants are the primary pollutants, and primary pollutants undergo some type of chemical reaction in the atmosphere, uh, and which results in the formation of these secondary pollutants. For example, pollutants such as sulfur trioxide SO3, nitrogen dioxide NO2, ozone O3, sulfate and nitrate salts, aldehydes and peroxyacetyl nitrate, more better known as PAN, are included in this type of category of secondary pollutants. The reaction mechanism of these pollutants are influenced by many factors, such as the concentration of reactants, amount of moisture present in the air, degree of photoactivation, and of course, meteorological conditions and local topography. Um, the second method of classification of air pollutants is according to their chemical composition. Now, according to chemical composition, air pollutants are divided into two types. First is the inorganic pollutants, and second is the organic pollutants. Inorganic pollutants includes nitrogen compounds, uh, referred as NOx and ammonia. Second is the sulfur compounds, mm, hydrogen sulfide, H2S, SO2, SO3, and sulfuric acid. Third category is that of carbon compounds like carbonates and carbon monoxide. Fourth are the halogen compounds like HF, HCl, fluorides, etc. Fifth is the oxidizing agents like ozone. And sixth type are the inorganic particles such as silica, asbestos, fly ash, dust, etc. The second type of pollutants, according to the chemical composition, are the organic pollutants, and they include hydrocarbons, ketones, alcohols, and nearly every type of organic compound, etc. The third method, which is used for classification of air pollutants, is according to the state of matter, and this is considered to be the most reliable. According to this method, the pollutants are divided into the following categories: gaseous pollutants, particulate pollutants, aerosols, metallic components, radioactive pollutants, carcinogens, pesticides, and biological contaminants. Gaseous pollutants are those pollutants which are gaseous in nature at normal temperature and pressure. These include vapors of compounds whose boiling points are below 200 degrees centigrade. These pollutants include a variety of inorganic and organic gaseous materials. The second type of pollutants are the inorganic gases. Now, these includes gaseous pollutants like oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, oxides of carbon, hydrogen sulfides, ammonia, chlorine, hydrogen chloride, etc. These pollutants are emitted and as such are not found in the atmosphere. These are also formed in the air and are mainly generated by exhausts of automobiles and industrial emission. For example, ozone is not emitted as such in the atmosphere, but it is formed from primary pollutants by the interaction of atmospheric oxygen when it undergoes photochemical reactions. The next type of pollutants are the organic gases. These pollutants includes hydrocarbons and other compounds such as formaldehyde, acetone, vapors, alcohols, etc. Another type of pollutants are the particulate pollutants. These are particulates are small solid particles and liquid droplets. Collectively, they are known as particles. That is, when small solid particles and liquid droplets fuse together, they are collectively known as particulates. These are present in atmosphere in large amounts and they pose a serious problem. Particulate pollutants are further classified according to their particle size and nature into fumes, dust, ash, carbon smoke, lead, asbestos, grease, etc. Next category is that of aerosol pollutants. These air pollutants remain suspended in air and consist of fine particles of different organic and inorganic compounds. The next category is that of pesticides. Now, damage from pesticides is enormous and it is increasing day by day, and newer dangers are being created every day. Insecticides, fungicides, and pesticides, they cause considerable environmental deterioration. Now, these pollutants are released into the atmosphere by man made activities. That is, when we make use of fertilizers in agricultural fields and farms, these pollutants they pose a serious waste disposal problem, and runoff from agricultural land contributes these pollutants to water also. Another type of pollutants are the metallic contaminants. A number of toxic and non-toxic metals they occur in the atmosphere, and they are released by wind and rain from the soils and rocks of Earth's crust to rivers and seas. Industrial activities also discharges many of these metals into air, water, and soils. Now, various metals are environmentally hazardous, and especially dietary elements. These metallic contaminants cause acute illness. These metals cause chronic bronchitis, irritation, including overall discomfort, nervous impairment, eye, nose, throat irritation, headache, dizziness, coma, and more serious damages such as cancer, tuberculosis, and coma. Next category is that of carcinogens. Carcinogens are present in air, causes cancer in man and animals, affecting DNA and cell growth. The last but not the least type of pollutants are the radioactive pollutants. These pollutants include both particulate and electromagnetic radiations, which cause chronic cellular damage in man and animals. Naturally occurring radiation like cosmic radiation enter into the biosphere and affect the whole biota. We are very well aware of the adverse effects of radiation, and they are varied. Radioactive pollution results from nuclear experiments, radioactive elements, drainage from hospitals, industries, and research institutions. Their effects are hazardous not only to the workers engaged in the radiation work but also to general public. Since aquatic flora and fauna can easily absorb and concentrate radioactivity, so the man and animals dependent on aquatic flora and fauna accumulate dangerous amounts of radioactive isotopes. Thank you.